Take the TF2 and the Red Cat Gen 8 cheap Comanche with their K5 laser ascender, and see if we can find a little spot to run them out here in the woods. Looking for some tree cutter area. Going where the tree cutter was. We're snaking back through our back trail here, which you've all seen before. Or maybe you haven't, if you're new to the channel. Over here on the left is where we filmed the Leek Trail, or the Leek run over here on the left hand side. A real awesome video, really. If you guys want to dig through my video archives, that is a good video to watch. And then we did the old Log Hill run right over here on the right hand side, which is another awesome video featuring these three same vehicles: Red Cat Gen 8 when it was brand new, the Vatera Ascender Blazer, and my TF2. Actually, no, it was my Bronco that was on those videos, my TRX4 Bronco. And this is as far as we're gonna go. We're gonna unload here and bust out the RCs. Give you guys a quick little overview before we start with the RCs out here. A lot of people don't do that. Show you the area that they're messing around in beforehand. This is one area that the tree cutter came through, and he was actually getting stuck up on this hillside over here. He almost rocked the chassis a little bit over on that side. This little mud pit here was all snow when the tree cutter was in here, but it turned into a mud hole. I got the four-wheeler stuck over on that other side, pretty gnarly. I got that on video. Haven't aired that one as of yet. Oh boy. That's not good. Differential lock. We are stuck. We are stuck. This is some soup here. Oh yeah, we are really stuck. Super low, four-wheel drive. We are stuck good. This is some deep mud. Well, we got a winch, but I don't know if it's gonna pull us out or not. This is some deep stuff. Stuck in chocolate pudding. Yep, we are stuck. mess of pudding. I didn't think we were going to get back out of that one. Excuse me. I didn't think we were going to get back out of that one, man. That is chocolate pudding right there. Boy, I tell you what. Deceiving. I'm glad I didn't pull my Jeep into this one. We would have sunk up to the frame. But this is where the tree cutter was making his turn into the woods. Some baked out chunks of mud in there. And this section over here is just a bunch of fallen down trees with mud packed in on top of it. Which is, kind of gnarly. You wouldn't necessarily want to get in there with a truck. Get down stuck between the trees, a wheeled vehicle. Real full-size vehicle. Get stuck between those trees there, your tire drops down in underneath them, and you're high centered on that mud. Could be a bad situation. Alright, let's get the RCs out and have a little fun here. As muddy out here as I expected. A gnarly little rut. You guys don't have to follow me through here if you don't want to. Got my bumper snag. This is very hard on the servos and springs and all that other good nonsense. Probably a rollover waiting to happen right there. So get that tire to touch back down there. Crazy ground clearance with this TF2 setup. Approach and departure angles are through the roof. On the rollover. Made it. Do a little readjusting here. Steering radius on a TF2, not very good. Still love this vehicle though. Awesome vehicle. Shot of you coming through. The suspension's a little bit stiff on the Tifty today on the TF2. Once again, need some better shocks for that girl. Need to bump it up to the 100s on the front and the 110s on the rear. Gen 8. Custom wheelbase, shortened to 313 millimeters. 110 millimeter King off-road shocks all the way around. Crazy flex. Vatera Ascender K5 Blazer. Essentially stock vehicle right there. Front and rear bumpers have been raised, body has been trimmed, all custom done via RCAD myself. So his approach and departure angles are drastically increased from the stock K5 Blazer. K5 Ascender Blazer. He's running a set of RC four-wheel drive 1.9 Interco IROC tires on no-name beadlock wheels. He's making it through. Red Cat Gen 8 Comanche. This guy is running on a set of Traxxas 1.9 Canyon Trail tires and Boom Racing Sandstorm Crate wheels. Mighty Trailfinder is running on a set of no-name beadlocks. RC four-wheel drive 1.9 Interco IROCs. Custom trimmed. Crazy side bite. Getting up on a tree branch there, I didn't see that. And I'm coming up on a big log here. I'm sure there's a joke in here somewhere. Pretty steep log. Bumpers sitting just a little bit below it. That nice Marlin crawler bumper, we might be able to get our way, might be able to get past that. As long as we can get past the Terraflex revolvers on the front leaf springs. Sometimes those revolvers stick out a little bit. And we're making it. Crazy ground clearance on that trail finder. Awesome approach and departure angles with those bumpers and bumper mounts. Alright, we got the Red Cat Gen 8 Jeep Comanche next up to bat. Get the TF2 out of the way. My niece Rebecca driving her vehicle. Once again, 110mm shocks all the way around. This vehicle has more ground clearance and suspension travel than my Trail Finder 2. Just keep hooking that log, kid. Hook it to the left a little bit more. There you go. Right now it's running a sagged out suspension setup. So it's riding very low. But extremely long travel. Vatera K5 Blazer Ascender, OG, Original Gangster. One of these was on the store shelf at Nankin Hobbies in Ypsilanti when I bought my Trail Finder 2 kit. I went there looking for a Trail Finder 2. I seen that Vatera Ascender Blazer, one just like this one, assembled and on the shelf and ready to rock, with the old Vatera Bronco sitting next to it. And I was seriously debating the two. But I went there for the TF2 and I came home with the TF2. And my brother ordered this Vatera K5 Blazer a few years later from Nankin Hobbies. It was one of the last ones that they had, one of two. And he made his way through. Had to make a custom bath, but he got it. Nice quiet vehicle. The sleeper. Snaking back across the destruction here. Some off-road, natural environment. Haven't done this in a long time. Really miss it. It's awesome having an adventure course in your backyard for the RCs, but you know, it's nice getting out in the woods again, running on some natural stuff. Front end is a little bit stiff having that extra leaf spring in there. It's kind of a bummer. I once again used to just run that single leaf spring on the front, and switched out to that other leaf in there just to stiffen things up a little bit because I was breaking springs. But it was much more flexible just running that single main leaf spring on the front and the shorter leaf spring underneath it, the smallest one. Could have just had a bad batch of springs, who knows. Red Cat Gen 8 Jeep Comanche. Have at it, kid. There's a little bit of a drop on that other side. Let's see that suspension flex. Oh, she's getting snagged up there. She There's a Savox SW0231MG steering servo in this one. Oh, major torque going on there. Yeah, keep backing up. Alright, now back up, turn. There you go. Really, first run for the year for Rebecca. She hasn't been out with this vehicle at all this year. Batera Blazer. Sweet vehicle. The sleeper, super quiet. Essentially all stock other than the tires and the body lift. Bumper's lifted. Body being trimmed. The body's really not really lifted, but it's been trimmed. And the bumpers have been raised up significantly. Yeah, looks like your dad might need a little bump there, kid. There you go. A little throttle happy there. I have my lights hooked up to my transmitter for the newcomers. I'm going to bump my lights on and off via the transmitter with that wired winch controller. Right there. Having that transmission welded into low range once again eliminates a lot of that forward free roll. Still has a little bit from the drive shaft universals. It took out a lot of that slop. Made this vehicle a lot more crawler friendly for those moments like this. No, don't fall down in there, baby. Get some bite tires. Dropping into another rut on the other side. Well, these are the ruts that I made with the four-wheeler. Getting stuck back here. All of these vehicles are hooked up with wireless lights. Don't blame the Vatera for not making it up that old hill or having a little bit of trouble with that hill. It's the tires. RC 4-drive Interco IROCs in stock form. The pattern is pretty close together, pretty tight. They tend to load up a little bit. Another set of Interco IROCs, once again, custom trimmed. They do not load up. Mad flex, mad traction. Same tire. Tiger in the air over there. Way in the air. On the rut. Man, it's a snag on a stick. Tree root. There's a big old hole on the other side of that log. Made it. Driving blind into this. Looking forward filming. Just letting my truck kind of drive past me and hoping, crossing my fingers, I was going in the right direction. This might be a rear axle snag position. Hear those tires grabbing. It's like cheating having those tires on there. Some of those 1.9 Canyon trails that have been custom trimmed down. Serious grip. Trailfinder and the Red Cat Gen 8 have a little bit of an advantage with their extra travel suspension and extra ground clearance. riser. Tighten up my winch a little bit. Oh, I'm snagged on something. Blind. Tree digger rut. Tree cutter rut. Interesting environment. This is a pretty gnarly tree root area that we're coming up on. Tree stump, I should say. Not tree root, tree stump. I need a winch for this one. I'm not crawling it. Probably with a slightly different approach. Sticks on the other side of the vehicle. Well, you might need a little throttle persuasion. Get up that first initial part of the hill. Being a TF2 guy, I hate to admit this, but I think the Gen 8's going to have an easier time on this hill. Come on, baby, get some grip. Don't have to get to the winch. Don't want to use the winch if we don't have to. Tippy. truck keeps getting on the other side of. The stick on the right that we keep getting snagged on. There we go. A little bouncing, but we made it. Putting that Team Brood 35 turn motor to work. We are using a 45C discharge rate battery in that TF2, so there's plenty of punch. I believe we're running a 35C discharge rate in the Gen 8. It's a tough little stump to climb over. I climb over a tree stump, essentially. My niece does have a RC full drive Warren 9.5 CTI winch on the front of her vehicle. Well, she's almost got it. Just back up and turn to the left a little and back up. There you go. You are snagged on a stick. Back up a little bit more, a little more. Okay, right there. Go forward. There you go. Left, 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 left. Oh! And that's what the underside of the Gen 8 looks like. She almost had it. My niece is now 14 years old. Been crawling for a few years now. Definitely loves her Gen 8. But she also has a TRX4 Sport Track, so she is falling in love with as well. It's a very nice truck, but not quite as capable as the Gen 8 is at the moment. Gen 8 with this current suspension setup and tires and all that other good nonsense is a very capable vehicle. In all reality, much more capable than my TF2. And she's got it. You better not go too far, you might have to give your dad a tow. We'll see how the Ascender does. Ascenders generally do very well. Great vehicle. The only thing that might hold him up today are just those interco rocks, just because they don't clean out quite as well in stock form. The threads are kind of packed pretty close together. Otherwise, that Terra K5 Blazer is a very, very capable vehicle. It's really too bad that they quit making those. That is a great truck. Oh, he's got it. Look at that. Look how easily that Vatera Ascender climbed that hill in stock form. So there you go. You don't need a crazy jacked up truck to crawl off-road. And this is what we were climbing up, is this tree stump right here. Which my niece is standing next to. This is where the tree cutter came through, so we're running up that tree cutter path. Once again, that's just a tree stump. Right there, kind of stuck in the path that the tree cutter went over. That's what we were climbing up right there. Stump number 2. Or tree cutter. I said tree digger. Tree cutter. Destruction. It'd be pretty easy just going around to the left of that guy. I'll see if I can try to climb up this thing. Not off to a good start, really. Got snagged on something over there. Continue to get snagged on something. Right in between the dozer tracks. This is a slick stump. All the bark's been peeled off this tree stump from the tree cutter. Oh, kind of articulating on the corner of it. I was trying to drive right up the edge of that ridge, just like that. Not working out very well. Looking over the top of the stump. Next. Red Gen 8 Jeep Comanche. These guys can all take their own paths. They don't have to follow me, of course. She's going for it. Crazy ground clearance on that Jeep Comanche. Awesome belly pan clearance. K5 Blazer Ascender. I mentioned that is a great vehicle. Maybe having a little bit of traction issues right here because he's getting snagged up on his rear links and drive shaft area. Once again, the Vatera Ascender doesn't have that ground clearance right now in its stock position that we have with the Redcat Gen 8 with the portals and the jacked up TF2. Bump. I need to go rescue your dad there, kid. Ground clearance issues once again. We've got plans to fix that here in the future. We have a little project going on for the Vatera K5 Blazer. It hasn't begun yet, but we've got all our parts accumulated and we're just getting ready to start working on that guy. So pretty soon, he's going to be a bad lad before too long. Close to the end of the trail here. Late evening, around 7:30 p.m. Or mid-evening, I should say. Oh, doing a little tree wrap there. Well, it's just full throttle persuasion. Don't see me do that too often. Resort to throttle persuasion. A little stick hanging off the back of my back bumper there. 2 has made it. Got a little Klingon on the back there, a little tag along. We made it. Gen 8 making its way up. And she's just walking it. She's got a little tag along too, snagged onto her front axle. It's Air Blazer, Tier 5 Ascender Blazer. Stealth crawler. So quiet. 48 pitch gears on the spur gear and pinion gear, which makes it very quiet. And that is going to do it on this run, boys and girls. Hope you enjoyed the adventure. Questions and comments are always welcome, of course. And we'll see you all on the next video.